Hello, welcome to Not So Awesome Review. And today we're looking at the Star Wars Black Series Jaina Solo. And yeah, so I know this figure's been out for a pretty good while, I believe. I think it came out last year. And I did get this a few months ago and been sitting on it. And I still want to do a review on it because it is probably one of, if not the best, female action figure that we've gotten, just period. And I mean, like domestically. I don't mean like Figuarts wise or Figma or anything like that. I mean just like Marvel Legends $20, in store figures. This one is so good that it annoys me that Hasbro can put out a figure this amazing, this articulated, and then still give us not good figures. Like I don't even know. Like I don't know what's a not good female figure. I don't want to say anything to like get anyone mad, but I'm just saying, like any Marvel female character, Spider Gwen, Silk, Phoenix, uh, ones that should be flexible and stuff. They're all right. They have okay articulation, but it's always single jointed elbows. It's always limited in some way compared to the male figures. And this one, whoever designed her deserves a raise and deserves to be the only one to design female figures because it is just that good. Now, a few things I want to note before we start here is I've had this figure so long that I don't remember if the lightsaber disconnects from the hilt. I've tried pulling it and it doesn't seem to want to come off. I want to say it does because she does have a connection for the hilt on her flight suit gear, but I'm not gonna force it in case it's just stuck in there. But I will, start off with accessories. So she's gonna fall over. I'm just warning you guys, because getting her to stand was not easy, and I just don't see her standing for that long. But anyways, her lightsaber is purple, as you can see right here. It's really nice. Love the color purple. Even the hilt, it's a little bit of purple on there, and it's just awesome looking. I don't know. I always love the action figure lightsabers. They look really good. And see, it is loose, which is why I want to say it pops off, but it doesn't want to, so I'm not going to force it and risk breaking it. But assuming yours does, you can just kind of put it onto her flight suit right there and have it sitting on her belt, which I just realized I'm not focused, but yeah, she does have a little hinge right there. Additionally, she does have a blaster here, which isn't molded into the belt. That's already like a big bonus because a lot of times when we get like holsters and stuff, they're molded in. Now mine obviously is a little bent here, but nothing I can't fix later with some hot water. But you can see here it is really nice looking. It's not the greatest paint, but it's decent enough for me to say it's good, it's awesome, and I'm glad it came with it because that's already 2 accessories for a Black Series figure. That's a lot. But wait, there is more because her helmet, well, as you would probably guess, does come off. It is a nice Rebel helmet, yellow on there, scuffed up. You can see all the detail on it is really good. The detail is really nice. You can see the yellow lens looks good. Detail on it, awesome. Fits on and off on her head, and it looks really good. So the figure itself, looks awesome. The flight suit, it reminds me of the one that came with the Luke one, but this one's definitely smaller, meant to fit on her body more. And there is one more thing. The flight suit, if I can do this right, there we go. The flight suit part comes off, and you can count that as another accessory if you want to. And see all of the buttons and panels and everything, whatever you want to call them, painted. The little air pipe here painted. The straps painted a different black than this. Actually, I think they might be brown. It's so well done. You can see there is a peg here and a peg here to kind of hold it onto her body. And then we have her in her own suit. And I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. The fact that this figure is so articulated and it's a female, and we already get a removable, I don't know what you want to call it, flight gear, whatever, a blaster, lightsaber, and helmet. And on top of that, we have this figure, which I haven't even gotten to the articulation. So Let's just start there, and then we'll go into detail because it is kind of a, I wouldn't say bland figure, but it's not too much to talk about either. So articulation wise, head can't look up, which is kind of annoying. Can't really look down too much. Can't pivot side to side and can look left and right a little bit. The hair does kind of get in the way. So the head, it still suffers from Black Series syndrome where it's not the greatest articulation. But arm wise, she can go up that far. Rotate her arm all the way around. She does have this single jointed elbow that goes in better than 90 degrees. She does have a turn at her elbow right there. Her wrist does go around and there is a hinge in there. So arm articulation, amazing. I mean, why can't they do that with Marvel figures? Yes, she could use a upper bicep swivel, but she doesn't really need it since she can turn this, so I still would prefer the turn here too. Just it would help a little bit. I mean, it's good and all, but it's a little bit awkward looking. So that is something I do wish she had, and I do wish she had a little butterfly joint. But I'm kind of just nitpicking at this point because she is really good. You can see she leans back a good amount. There is a little bit of gappage if you go all the way back, but it's not that big of a deal. Can lean forward a lot. Can pivot side to side, and she does have a torso hinge, so she can move like crazy. I mean, that is insane right there. So really good on that part. And her left and right movement does come from her upper torso. There is no waist joint. Leg wise, she can kick forward that much, kick back that much, which is really good for any action figure. Really, can kick out a little bit. Not the best, but not the worst. She does have upper leg rotation, double jointed knees that go in really well, and she does have the boot going up, her boot going down, and an ankle pivot. So yeah, I gotta say, articulation wise, she is definitely one of, if like I said, not the best, I guess, domestic type action figures there are. I mean, that is something I want to say none of even the spider female figures can do, which is a disappointment considering they should be super flexible. Now, if I could get her to stand, that would be like a bonus, but because she is wearing boots, it kind of throws off the balance just a little bit. But otherwise, a really cool figure. Now, I will say detail wise, it's good. It's there. You can see, if I can bring her closer so you guys can get a little bit of a better shot. She does have like riveting or line work or something molded into the side of her suit right there. Gloves going on. The orange-ish color lining her suit looks good. The belt painted on really nice. A little bit bland, I would say, around it, but there is silver dots right there on the little pouches, which is really good. This is molded onto her leg, but the actual belt part is free falling, so it would be cool if we could remove that, but I guess, we, for what it is, anything I say, I feel like it's just nitpicking at this point. Her boots look all right. Again, she's basically a figure mostly dressed in all black, so it's hard to say, like, oh, well, her paint job is bad because it isn't. I mean, it's good, but again, it's basically one color, though she can do amazing articulated things. I do think there is still room for some improvement. The legs could go out a little bit more. The upper arm rotation could be, well, existent, but $20, you get a figure, you get one, two, three, four accessories, and you get a good amount of articulation on not just a figure, but a female figure. I love it. I have nothing bad to say about it. I think it's awesome. It looks great. I highly recommend it. If you see it, pick it up. I would even say at $25 to $30. If you can't find it any cheaper, it might be worth it. Though check back on Amazon often because I did get mine at retail price, $20. Anyways, let's do a few size comparisons and wrap this video up. Here she is compared to a Marvel Legends Spider-Gwen. You can see they're about the same size. Proportionally, Jaina's more uh, thinner, I guess, more uppitier. I don't know what the right word is. It's just a completely different proportion compared to Spider-Gwen. But both of them look really good. They definitely can mix and match in series. and it's just so disappointing that they're relatively the same size, same cost, the same company, but this figure is just 1,000 times better than this one, and it's just sad considering it's Spider Gwen. You would think all that flexibility, the way Jaina can move her back so far back and front so far forward and everything. I want that on Spider Gwen. Now I know there's the whole amazing Gucci Spider Gwen and all that stuff, but I want that on a $20 figure. That would be awesome. Hasbro needs to get this body mold, this articulated form that they made with her, and start giving it to other figures because they deserve it. And yeah, not much else to say here. And here she is compared to her brother from another multiverse. And you can see the only real difference here is in the skin tone and in the paint job. Obviously, the one on the left was meant to be a more expensive figure, so he did get more premium paint apps and everything. But it would be nice to see Jaina Solo with the more realistic paint tone and everything on her. Either way, they size pretty good next to each other. Can't complain. And lastly, here she is next to a Black Series Dark Vader and SH Figuarts Super Saiyan God Goku. She is taller than Goku, head-wise, shorter from the hair, and shorter from Vader, so, fits in good with the other Black Series figures, does not fit in with Figuarts. So overall, an amazing figure, not without its flaws, but still amazing nonetheless. I know I said it would be nice to have like upper arm rotation, but most other female figures don't have that anyway, so it's not like, it's a big deal. And the fact that she has that rotation at her elbow is already a bonus. Really, the only big letdown is the fact that you can't move her head up or pivot it side to side. But again, that's kind of a Black Series thing where they just, for whatever reason, refuse to use better neck pegs. Aside from that, I think this is definitely a figure that is worth getting. I know it's not canon anymore or anything like that, but still an interesting character nonetheless. Really good articulation. I cannot stress that enough. And I really hope that they decide to start doing more figures with this articulation, though. I mean, she came out a while ago and we haven't gotten that, so that kind of shows what they're thinking. I know female figures don't sell that well, but come on, guys, you gotta step it up, do this, and maybe they'll sell a little bit better. Probably not, because it's the demographics with children, their parents not wanting to buy mostly boys, female figures. And I know you can say, "Oh, girls buy them too." Yes, girls buy them too, but statistically, not as much as boys. And when their parents go there, they're not gonna buy it, and we can buy it for a gift. Or another little boy, they're not gonna buy the female figure for the little boy. And some parents are cool with it, which is awesome. That's great for them. But I mean, if the kid wants the female figure, just let him get the female figure. I don't really have a problem with that. It's a whole nother video and whole nother rant. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.